2 Sundays ago, the pastor here at First Methodist told me she was wrapping up a series on the Ten Commandments, and that particular Sunday, she was doing Thou Shalt Not Covet. And I chuckled because I remembered my series on the Ten Commandments, and also because she said she was trying to convince her choir director to sing Janis Joplin's Mercedes-Benz to drive home the point, thou shalt not covet Mercedes-Benz color TVs and Porsches. And I said, well, let me tell you about my thou shalt not covet moment. I was a pastor at a church in San Antonio, and it was that Sunday where we were going to cover the commandment, thou shalt not covet. In other words, you shall not desire so hardly that which you don't have or don't want, what you really think you want or need. And so those days I was a wild and crazy guy. And I asked the janitor to bring in this old comfortable recliner that someone had donated to the church. I think it was in the youth room or somewhere. He brought it in, and I told him to put a little table beside it and to bring a lamp. So that was all set up. I had to sneak past my beautiful wife what I was going to wear that Sunday. It was in a gym bag. And I took, in my gym bag, I had my slippers, sweatpants, comfortable t-shirt, and my robe, bathrobe. And so I put that on, and as the service started, and by the way, I had taken care of everything in the worship service to be done by either my associate or lay pastor or lay leaders. I came in with my mug with hot tea, the Sunday paper, which weighed 55 pounds, and wearing what I said I was wearing, and went and sat in the recline, and started reading the Sunday paper. Now, this drove my poor choir just angry as could be because I was not participating in the worship and I wasn't listening to their singing, or so they thought I was. They always did a great job. But when it was time for the sermon, I put that down, got up, and said, this commandment is in there for a reason. It becomes destructive for us to desire things that we don't already have if we want it so badly. And I said, I have to confess that some mornings, some Sunday mornings, I covet what some of you guys do from time to time, and that's skip church, stay home, enjoy your paper and your coffee or tea, and not worry about anything else. How I wish we'd had flat screen TVs. I would have brought in a TV in that day. Well, we didn't have them then. The TVs weighed 10,000 pounds. But it was just as good, I think, in terms of trying to show us why God put that in the commandments. Thou shalt not covet. In other words, work for what you really want. And you can pray for things you really need. But don't let your life be all out of whack because you don't have a particular thing. I love going to church. I am blessed by being in church. I love to worship God, and so should you. COVID has kind of knocked that out of a lot of us in terms of fear of, that virus still being around, and somebody may be too friendly at church and share with us some kind of thing, but onward we go, worshiping God, being thankful for what God has shared with us, and get to work for the things you think you still need or want. But thou shalt not covet, one of the commandments. I'm Eladio Valverde. I thank God for you. Thanks for watching. I love you. And I pray God bless and protect you and those that matter to you. Hasta luego. Adios.